Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be diving into how AI is getting better at understanding those really long videos,
Yeah,
you know, the kind that make you think, hmm, maybe not right now.
yeah.
So how can AI make sense of hours of footage without getting bogged down? It can't just, speed watch right.
Right, speeding up the video doesn't actually solve the core issue. The real challenge is how to connect events that might be hours apart. Understanding the context and remembering those really crucial details. Humans, we do this naturally, but teaching AI to do that, well, that's a whole other challenge.
It really is. It's like trying to understand a movie by only looking at a handful of frames.
Exactly.
You might catch some action, but you'd miss the nuance, the plot twists, the character development,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, and that's what makes long videos such a puzzle for AI. It's not just processing a ton of data, it's about understanding the story that unfolds over time.
Yep. So how are researchers tackling this?
Okay.
Well, a brand new research paper caught our eye. It's hot off the press from Xiamen University and the University of Rochester, and it's called Video RAG, Visually Aligned Retrieval-Augmented Long Video Comprehension.
Catchy title.
It is. And it's tackling a problem I bet a lot of you have encountered yourselves. How can AI make sense of those marathon videos without needing a supercomputer?
Yeah, the research lays out a new method called video RAG, which is all about using extra information from the video itself to help AI get a better grasp of what's happening.
Okay, that sounds promising. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage.
Yeah.
Why are long videos such a headache for AI in the first place? Is it just about the sheer amount of data?
Well, it's definitely a factor, but the real challenge is the complexity.
Yeah,
Think about a documentary that jumps between time periods or a lecture series with multiple speakers, keeping up with all the threads. That's tough even for us.
right.
Yeah.
So imagine how hard it is for AI, which doesn't have the benefit of, years of real-world experience and a brain wired for storytelling.
Precisely. Current methods try to address this in a couple of ways. First, there are LVLMs, or large video language models, which are essentially AI systems designed to handle more extensive sequences of visual information.
So like giving AI a bigger brain for video processing.
Exactly. The other approach involves using GPT-based agents, which are like AI assistants that can watch the video and answer your questions about it.
Okay, so we've got the big brains and the helpful assistants, but I'm guessing both approaches have limitations.
Yes, unfortunately. Those big LVLMs often require a ton of computing power, making them expensive and not easily accessible. And the GPT-based agents, while helpful, can also be quite resource-intensive, and they often rely on models that aren't available to everyone.
That's where video RAG comes in, right? It takes a different approach, using additional information from the video itself to help AI understand what's going on.
Exactly. It's like giving AI a toolbox to decode the video more efficiently.
Okay, I always love a good toolkit analogy. So how does this video RAG magic actually work?
Think of it as a three-step recipe for AI video understanding. Step one is called query decouple. This is where the AI figures out what kind of information it needs to hunt down to answer your question about the video. It's like a detective looking for clues.
Interesting. So it's not just blindly processing everything. It's actually trying to be strategic about what information it needs. What happens next?
Step two is where things get really cool. It's called auxiliary text generation and retrieval. Video RAG uses open source tools to pull information from the video and translate it into text. Think of it as extracting different layers of meaning from the video.
So it's like creating a multi-dimensional script of the video, right?
You could say that. First, there's OCR, or optical character recognition, which reads any text that appears in the video itself. Think subtitles, street signs, even labels on objects.
So it's not just watching, it's reading too. What else?
Then we have ASR, or automatic speech recognition, which transcribes any spoken words in the video, just like those automatic captions you see on YouTube.
Okay, so it's capturing text from both the visuals and the audio. What other tools are in this AI detective's kit?
Well, Video RAG also uses object detection, which, as the name suggests, identifies and labels the objects present in the video. For example, if someone is walking a dog in the park, the AI can tag person, dog, tree, and so on.
So it's building a whole database of information directly from the video. It's not just passively watching, it's actively analyzing and categorizing.
Precisely. But there's another clever trick up its sleeve. Instead of painstakingly analyzing every single frame, Video RAG uses a technique called keyframe selection.
Okay, so it's focusing on the most important frames, kind of like skimming a chapter and picking out the key sentences.
Exactly. It's all about efficiency. Now, the AI has your question, it knows what information to look for, and it has extracted key details from the video in the form of text. Ready for step 3?
Absolutely. Lay it on me.
Step 3 is integration and generation. This is where all the pieces come together. The AI takes the visual frames, your question, and all the text it's gathered. Then it analyzes everything and generates an answer. It's like solving a puzzle by fitting all the pieces together.
So Video RAG is like a master puzzle solver, bringing together different pieces of information to paint a complete picture of the video.
Precisely. And what makes it so groundbreaking is that it's lightweight, meaning it doesn't require a supercomputer to run, and it's compatible with any LVLM, making it incredibly versatile.
So it's both powerful and accessible. That's a winning combination.
Absolutely. The researchers tested Video RAG on several well-known benchmarks for long videos, and the results are impressive. It consistently improves accuracy and even outperforms some of those resource-heavy models we talked about earlier.
That's fantastic. But I'm a sucker for real-world examples. Can you walk me through a scenario where we can really see how Video RAG makes a difference?
Of course. Let's say you're watching a cooking tutorial, and you want to know the exact moment when the chef adds a specific ingredient.
Okay, I can see how that could be tough. There might be a lot of visual clutter in the kitchen, and the chef might not explicitly mention the ingredient every time they use it.
Exactly. Relying solely on visuals might lead you astray, but with Video RAG, things get interesting. It can analyze the chef's spoken instructions using ASR, scan for any text that appears on screen using OCR, like a recipe or ingredient list, and even track the movement of specific objects in the kitchen using object detection.
So it's like having an AI assistant that's watching, listening, and reading all at the same time. It's like a multitasking marvel.
Exactly. And by combining all this information, Video RAG can pinpoint the precise moment when the ingredient is added, even if it's only shown for a split second or mentioned in passing. It's like having an AI sous chef that never misses a detail.
This is incredible. I'm starting to see how powerful this could be. What other scenarios could benefit from this kind of multimodal approach?
Well, imagine trying to analyze a sporting event where the commentary is crucial for understanding the action.
Right. A simple visual analysis might miss the subtle strategies, the controversial calls, the emotional roller coaster of the game.
Exactly. But with Video RAG, the AI can use ASR to analyze the commentator's words, capturing those crucial insights that add depth and context to the visual narrative.
Okay, I'm thoroughly impressed. It seems like Video RAG is bridging the gap between how humans understand videos and how AI can be trained to do the same. We don't just passively watch, we listen, we read, we pay attention to context.
You got it. And Video RAG is a big step toward equipping AI with similar capabilities.
This is why I love exploring these cutting-edge research papers. It feels like we're getting a glimpse into the future of how we'll interact with video content.
Me too. It's always exciting to see new approaches that make AI more intelligent, accessible, and applicable to real-world challenges.
Speaking of real-world applications, what are some areas where you think Video RAG could really be a game changer? I'm thinking beyond the examples we've already discussed.
Well, one area that has huge potential is education. Imagine AI systems that can analyze hours of lecture footage or educational videos and create personalized summaries or quizzes tailored to your learning needs. It could revolutionize how we learn.
That's a remarkable idea. Personalized education on a whole new level.
Exactly. And it wouldn't stop there. Picture AI systems that can analyze sports footage to provide detailed performance insights for athletes or coaches.
Wow, it's like having an AI-powered sports analyst at your fingertips, breaking down every play and highlighting areas for improvement.
Precisely. And what about the potential impact on accessibility? AI that can understand long videos could be used to create incredibly detailed audio descriptions for people with visual impairments, opening up a whole new world of video content for them.
That's a powerful application. It highlights how AI can be used to make the world a more inclusive place.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely hooked on the possibilities here.
Me too. And it all stems from this idea of giving AI the tools it needs to understand videos in a way that's closer to how humans do it.
It's about moving beyond simple object recognition and towards genuine comprehension. But before we get too carried away dreaming up of the potential applications, let's take a closer look at how Video RAG actually achieves this impressive level of understanding. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll unpack the technical details behind this innovative approach, exploring the specific tools and techniques that make it all work.
Sounds good to me. I'm ready to get into the nuts and bolts of Video RAG.
We'll be right back after a quick break. Stick with us.
Sounds good. Welcome back. Ready to get under the hood of Video RAG and see what makes it tick.
Absolutely. Last time we talked about why understanding long videos is such a challenge for AI and how VideoRag uses this clever three-step process to make sense of it all. Now let's unpack those steps in a bit more detail.
Sounds good. We left off at step 2, auxiliary text generation and retrieval, where VideoRag uses those open source tools to pull information from the video and translate it into text, creating this multi-layered understanding.
Right. And you mentioned OCR, ASR, and object detection. Those are all familiar AI concepts. But how does VideoRag use them in a new way?
That's a great question. It's all about how these tools work together. Take OCR, for example. VideoRag isn't just using it to capture subtitles, it's looking for any text that appears in the video. Think street signs in a travel vlog, labels on products in a review, or even handwritten notes on a whiteboard during a lecture.
So it's like an AI detective meticulously scanning every frame for any scrap of textual information. It's not just relying on what's explicitly said, it's paying attention to the visual details that might provide extra context.
Exactly. And then there's ASR. It's not just transcribing dialogue, it's capturing any spoken words, including those background conversations, announcements, or even sound effects that might provide clues about what's happening.
Okay, so it's not just about understanding the main narrative. It's about picking up on those subtle audio cues that might reveal something important about the scene.
Precisely. And then we have object detection, which goes beyond simply identifying objects. VideoRag uses it to track the movement of those objects, analyze their relationships to each other, and understand how they contribute to the overall story of the video.
So it's not just seeing a person and a ball. It's understanding that the person is throwing the ball or that the ball is bouncing. It's about understanding the actions and interactions within the scene.
Exactly. It's about capturing those dynamic relationships that give the video its meaning. And what's remarkable is that VideoRag doesn't need a massive data set of labeled videos to do this. It relies on open source object detection models that have been trained on a vast array of images and can generalize their knowledge to new scenarios.
That's impressive. It means VideoRag can adapt to different types of videos without needing to be explicitly trained on each specific domain.
Right. And remember keyframe selection, which we talked about earlier, that's another key to VideoRag's efficiency. By focusing on the most informative frames, it avoids wasting time on redundant or irrelevant information.
Okay, so it's like a super-powered editor, cutting out the fluff and focusing on the essence of the video. But all this text, the OCR, the ASR, the object labels, it must create a massive amount of data. How does VideoRag make sense of it all? How does it connect the dots?
That's where the RAG in VideoRag comes into play. RAG stands for retrieval-augmented generation. It's a technique that helps AI sift through vast amounts of data and pinpoint the most relevant pieces of information. Think of it like having a superpowered search engine for video content.
Okay, so instead of drowning in a sea of data, VideoRag has a life raft that helps it navigate towards the most relevant information.
Exactly. It's like having a personal librarian who knows exactly which books to pull off the shelves based on your specific question.
That's a great analogy. So if I ask a question about a video, VideoRag uses this retrieval process to search through all the extracted text and find the pieces that are most likely to answer my question.
Precisely. And this retrieval process is incredibly sophisticated. It uses things like CLR key similarity scores, which measure how well a piece of text aligns with a specific frame or scene in the video, and scene graph analysis, which helps the AI understand the relationships between objects and actions within a scene.
Okay, those terms sound a bit technical, but I'm intrigued. Can you break them down a bit further?
Of course. CLIP similarity scores are a fascinating concept. Imagine you have a picture and a sentence. CLIP can analyze both and tell you how well they match.
So if I have a picture of a cat sleeping on a couch and a sentence that says, the fluffy feline is taking a nap,
Yeah.
CLIP would give that a high similarity score because the text accurately describes the image.
Exactly. And VideoRag uses CLIP to connect the textual information extracted from the video to the specific frames and scenes where it's relevant. So if your question is about a red car driving down the street, VideoRag wouldn't just pull up any mention of red car. It would specifically look for text that's associated with the frames where a red car is actually visible.
That's amazing. So it's like making sure the AI isn't just reading the script, it's actually watching the movie.
Precisely. It's about grounding the textual information in the visual context of the video.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about scene graph analysis? What does that bring to the table?
Scene graph analysis is all about understanding the relationships between objects and actions within a scene. It helps the AI see beyond individual objects and grasp the bigger picture of what's happening. Imagine you have a scene with a person, a dog, and a frisbee.
Okay, I'm picturing a sunny day at the park.
Perfect. Scene graph analysis would help video reg understand that the person is throwing the frisbee and the dog is chasing after it. It captures those dynamic relationships between the objects and actions.
So it's like creating a visual map of the scene, showing how everything is connected and how it all unfolds over time.
Exactly. And this deeper level of understanding is what allows video rag to answer more complex questions about the video. It's not just about finding keywords, it's about understanding the context, the relationships, and the nuances of the scene.
Wow, this is really impressive. It seems like Video Rag is taking a very human-like approach to understanding videos, considering not just what we see, but also what we hear, what we read, and how we interpret the connections between all these elements.
You got it. And this multimodal approach is what sets video rag apart from many other video understanding systems that focus primarily on visual analysis. It's about seeing the whole picture, just like we do.
This is why I love deep dives. We get to uncover these hidden gems of research that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI. It feels like we're getting a sneak peek into the future of how we'll interact with video content.
Me too. It's always exciting to see new approaches that make AI more intelligent, accessible, and applicable to real-world challenges.
Speaking of real-world applications, what are some areas where you think Video Rag could really be a game changer? I'm thinking beyond the examples we've already discussed.
Well, one area that has huge potential is education. Imagine AI systems that can analyze hours of lecture footage or educational videos and create personalized summaries or quizzes tailored to your learning needs. It could revolutionize how we learn.
That's a remarkable idea. Personalized education on a whole new level.
Exactly. And it wouldn't stop there. Picture AI systems that can analyze sports footage to provide detailed performance insights for athletes or coaches.
Wow, it's like having an AI-powered sports analyst at your fingertips, breaking down every play and highlighting areas for improvement.
Precisely. And what about the potential impact on accessibility? AI that can understand long videos could be used to create incredibly detailed audio descriptions for people with visual impairments, opening up a whole new world of video content for them.
That's a powerful application. It highlights how AI can be used to make the world a more inclusive place.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely hooked on the possibilities here.
Me too. And it all stems from this idea of giving AI the tools it needs to understand videos in a way that's closer to how humans do it.
Okay, so we've talked about the why and the how of Video Rag. Now I'm curious about the how well did it actually deliver on its promises?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer is a resounding yes. The researchers put VideoRag through its paces, testing it on 3 well-established benchmarks for long videos: Video MME, MLVU, and Long Video Bench.
Okay, so they didn't just test it on one type of video or task. They really put it through the ringer.
Exactly. They wanted to see how well it generalized across different types of video content and complexity levels, and the results were consistently impressive.
All right, spill the tea. How much better did VideoRag perform compared to other approaches?
Across all 3 benchmarks, VideoRag showed significant accuracy improvements, often beating the performance of existing state-of-the-art models. For instance, on Video MME, it achieved an average performance boost of 8%, even when paired with relatively lightweight LVLMs.
An 8% improvement, that's huge, especially considering it did so without requiring massive computing power.
Exactly. That's one of the key advantages of VideoRag. It's efficient and accessible, making it a real contender even for researchers and developers without access to supercomputers.
Okay, so it crushed it on Video MME. What about the other benchmarks?
On MLBU, VideoRag achieved state-of-the-art performance, surpassing even some resource-heavy models that rely on massive data and computing power.
So it's not just keeping up with the competition, it's setting a new standard.
Absolutely. And on Long Video Bench, known for its challenging tasks, VideoRag secured second place, outperforming all other open-source models and even coming close to the performance of GPT-4o, one of the most advanced AI systems out there.
Wow, talk about punching above its weight. It's clear that VideoRag is a force to be reckoned with in the world of long video understanding.
It really is. And remember, it achieved all of this with relatively modest computational requirements. It's a testament to the power of intelligent algorithms and smart techniques.
It's like a reminder that sometimes brains can beat brawn. But let's be honest, data and benchmarks are only part of the story. What really gets me excited are those real-world examples that demonstrate the tangible benefits of this technology.
You're right. Seeing it in action makes all the difference. Luckily, the researchers provided some fantastic qualitative examples in their paper that really bring VideoRag to life.
Excellent. Lead the way. I'm ready for those aha moments where you can almost see the AI understanding the video in a whole new way.
One example that stood out to me involves a video of a magic trick. The AI was asked to explain how the magician made a coin disappear.
Ooh, magic and AI. Sign me up.
Right. Now, if the AI were relying solely on visual analysis, it would likely be stumped. Magicians are masters of deception, using sleight of hand and misdirection to fool our eyes.
It's hard enough for us humans to follow those tricks. I can only imagine how difficult it would be for an AI that's only looking at the visuals.
Exactly. But with Video Rag, things get interesting. It can analyze the magician's spoken words for clues using ASR, scan for any hidden text or symbols using OCR, and even track the movement of the coin as closely as possible using object detection.
So it's like having an AI detective that's watching the magician's every move, listening for any slip-ups, and looking for any hidden clues that might reveal the secret.
Exactly. And in this example, Video Rag was able to identify the most likely method the magician used, leveraging all those different information streams to arrive at a solution that would have been impossible with just visual analysis.
That's incredible. It's like giving AI the ability to see through the illusion and understand the mechanics behind the magic.
Precisely. And it highlights how Video Rag can go beyond simple object recognition and delve into the realm of understanding intent, strategy, and even deception.
Okay, that example definitely had the aha moment I was looking for. It's clear that video rag is not just matching keywords. It's truly understanding the video at a deeper level.
Absolutely, and this is just one example. The researchers showcased several other compelling cases in their paper, where Video Rag was able to provide insightful answers that would have been impossible with traditional video understanding systems.
Okay, I'm officially sold on the potential of video rag. It's efficient, accessible, high-performing, and it seems capable of understanding videos in a way that's closer to how humans do it.
You got it. And it all comes down to that brilliant combination of open source tools, smart algorithms, and this multimodal approach that captures the richness and complexity of video content.
It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the incredible progress we're making in the field of AI. But before we get too carried away celebrating this breakthrough, I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that not all AI research is created equal. Some approaches are more open and accessible than others.
That's an excellent point. And it brings us to one of the most compelling aspects of Video Rag, its open source nature.
Right, this isn't some proprietary black box technology that's locked away in a corporate lab. The researchers have made the code freely available to anyone who wants to use it, study it, or build upon it.
Exactly. And this is a game changer. It means that researchers, developers, students, anyone with the interest and the skills can access this cutting-edge technology and contribute to its development.
It's like opening the doors to a collaborative laboratory where everyone can participate in pushing the boundaries of AI.
Precisely. And this open approach has some really important implications. First, it promotes transparency. Everyone can see how the technology works, which helps build trust and address concerns about potential bias or misuse.
That's a crucial point. Transparency is essential for responsible AI development.
Absolutely. Second, it fosters collaboration. By sharing the code, the researchers are inviting others to join the effort, accelerating the pace of innovation and leading to even more exciting breakthroughs.
It's like a collective brainstorming session, but on a global scale.
Exactly. And third, it democratizes access to AI. It means that this powerful technology isn't just in the hands of a select few. It's available to anyone who wants to explore its potential, regardless of their resources or affiliations.
This is fantastic. It's like leveling the playing field and empowering a whole new generation of AI researchers and developers.
You got it. And this open source approach is not just beneficial for the research community. It has the potential to impact society as a whole. Imagine a world where all AI development is open and collaborative. We could see an explosion of innovation with new applications and solutions emerging from unexpected corners of the globe.
I love that vision. It's a future where AI truly benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly. And Video Reg is a shining example of how open source development can lead to groundbreaking advancements in AI. It's a reminder that the best ideas often come from unexpected places and that collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of AI.
Well said. This deep dive has been incredibly illuminating. We've explored the challenges of long video understanding, delved into the intricacies of VideoRay's multimodal approach, and celebrated its impressive performance and open source nature.
It's been a fascinating journey, but I think we've only scratched the surface of what this technology is capable of.
Agreed. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore some of those mind-blowing possibilities. We'll talk about the future of video AR and how it could transform everything, from education and entertainment to healthcare and security. Stick with us. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring video AR, this groundbreaking new research that's changing the way AI understands long videos. We've covered the why long videos are tough for AI and the how video AR's clever multimodal approach. And we've even seen how it stacks up against the competition, which, spoiler alert, it's doing amazingly well. But now let's talk about the what if. What if this technology could reshape the way we learn, work, and even experience the world around us?
That's the exciting part. We've only just begun to tap into the potential of video reg. Think about those fields where long videos are common, like education, healthcare security. The possibilities are vast.
Okay, let's start with education. I'm really intrigued by this idea of personalized learning that you mentioned earlier. How could video reg help create a learning experience that's tailored to each individual student?
Imagine a world where textbooks are no longer static pages, but dynamic, interactive video experiences powered by AI. With Video Rag, we could create educational videos that adapt to your unique learning style and pace.
So it's not just about watching a video, it's about having a conversation with it.
That's a great way to put it. The video could start by asking you a few questions to assess your current understanding of the topic.
Okay, so it's getting to know me, figuring out what I already know and what I need help with. What happens next?
Based on your responses, the video could adjust the level of detail, the pace of the explanation, and even the types of visuals it uses. If you're a visual learner, it might emphasize animations and diagrams. If you prefer auditory learning, it could focus on narration and sound effects.
It's like having a personal tutor who knows exactly how to explain things in a way that makes sense to you.
Exactly. And as you progress through the video, it can continue to assess your understanding, offering personalized feedback, suggesting additional resources, or even generating practice questions tailored to your specific areas of difficulty.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like having an AI study buddy that's always there to support and guide you.
Precisely. And because Video RBAG can analyze both the visual and textual content of videos, it could even search for and integrate relevant supplemental materials from other sources.
So if I'm watching a video about photosynthesis, it could automatically pull up related articles, diagrams, or even interactive simulations to help me explore the concept in more depth.
Exactly. It could create a truly immersive and personalized learning experience that goes far beyond what's possible with traditional textbooks or lectures.
Okay, I'm officially sold on the potential of video rag in education. But I'm curious about its applications in other fields. What about healthcare? How could this technology revolutionize the way we diagnose, treat, and even prevent diseases?
Well, imagine AI systems that can analyze hours of medical footage, like surgeries, patient consultations, or even microscopic images, and extract crucial insights that might be missed by human observers.
Okay, so it's like having an AI assistant that can help doctors make more accurate diagnoses, monitor patient progress, and even identify potential risks before they become serious problems.
Exactly. And it wouldn't just be about analyzing existing footage. Video rag could also be used to create interactive simulations for medical training.
So aspiring surgeons could practice complex procedures in a virtual environment before performing them on real patients.
Exactly. It could revolutionize medical education, making it safer, more effective, and more accessible to students around the world.
And what about security? This is an area where long videos are already being used extensively for surveillance and investigation.
You're right. And video rag could significantly enhance our ability to analyze and understand those videos. Imagine AI systems that can scan hours of security footage and automatically identify suspicious activity, track individuals of interest, or even detect patterns of criminal behavior.
Wow, that's impressive. It's like having an army of AI detectives working around the clock to keep us safe.
Exactly. And because video rag is so efficient, it could even be deployed in real-time scenarios, helping security personnel respond more quickly and effectively to potential threats.
Okay, so we've talked about education, healthcare, and security. What other fields could benefit from this technology?
The possibilities are truly endless. We can imagine video rag being used to analyze sports footage to provide insights for athletes and coaches, to create personalized entertainment experiences that adapt to your preferences, and even to monitor environmental changes and track wildlife populations.
This is blowing my mind. It feels like we're on the cusp of a new era where AI is not just automating tasks, but actually augmenting human intelligence and helping us make sense of the increasingly complex world around us.
I completely agree. And it's not just about analyzing videos, it's about understanding them, extracting meaning from them, and using that knowledge to solve problems, create new opportunities, and ultimately make the world a better place.
Well said. And I think the open source nature of Video Rag is a key part of that vision. It's about making this powerful technology accessible to everyone, empowering a global community of innovators to explore its potential and contribute to its development.
Absolutely. It's about creating a future where AI is not just a tool for the elite, but a force for good that benefits all of humanity.
And that's a future I'm excited to be a part of. This deep dive into Video Rag has been truly inspiring. It's a reminder of the incredible progress we're making in the field of AI and the transformative potential of technology when it's driven by a spirit of collaboration, innovation, and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. As always, you can find links to the research paper and all the resources we mentioned in the show notes. We encourage you to explore this topic further and engage in thoughtful conversations about the role of AI in our lives. We'll catch you in the next deep dive.